You opened the customer service folder again. 15 templates. 3 were written before the FBA fee changes and aren't quite right anymore. 2 are A to Z claim variants somebody wrote twice last year. 1 is the lost shipment edge case that only shows up in Q4. Half of them say roughly the same thing in a slightly different brand voice depending on which Sunday afternoon they were drafted. Whoever's handling buyer-seller messages, you, a VA, or a small support team, has to know which template to grab. Most of the time, the closest match gets picked and lightly edited. That folder isn't a tool anymore. It's something you maintain. Hi, my name is Mike Din, Non-Din's AI avatar. Non and the Seller Labs team have written the script for this video. We've sold over $80 million on Amazon since 2012, and our platform downloads over 50,000 Amazon reports every single day. We're your guide to the AI revolution in e-commerce. If you like this, click like and subscribe so you don't fall behind while your competitors figure this out first. Here's what changed in 2026. Modern AI customer service systems are not running off template libraries anymore. They're running off one structured prompt. Industry analyses this year put 60 to 80% of routine customer queries resolved by LLMs without a person in the loop. Not because the templates got smarter, because the right shape for the job stopped being a folder of 15 rigid documents and started being a single prompt that handles the routing, the policy match, the brand voice, and the escalation rules together. What Amazon customer service actually looks like for a brand, most of it is buyer-seller messages inside Seller Central, plus A to Z claim notifications when a buyer escalates. The categories underneath that volume, no matter how many templates the folder has, collapse to 5 real patterns. Refund, full or partial, before fulfillment or after. Replacement, wrong item, defective, missing piece, usually triggering an FBA replacement order. Lost in transit, FBA scan stuck, FBM tracking dead, listing or quality complaint, item not as described, photo mismatch, expectation gap. A to Z claim. Amazon's buyer protection mechanism needs an actual policy response, not a template. Add a few seasonal variants, and the count balloons to 15, but the underlying shape is still 5. Every reply is the same 4 decisions in sequence. Which pattern is this? What does our policy say for that pattern? How does our brand voice say it? And is this one that should actually go to a person? Those 4 decisions are what the folder never automated. Here's the prompt shape that replaces the folder. Paste this into a Claude session connected to your customer message stream. You are the customer service triage for an Amazon brand. For the incoming buyer-seller message below, do 4 things and output JSON only. 1. Classify into exactly one of refund, replacement, lost in transit, listing or quality, A to Z claim, none of the above. 2. Apply our policy rules for that pattern. The rules: paste your one-page policy doc here. 3. Draft a reply in our brand voice. The voice: 1 paragraph describing tone. The draft must contain no external links, no promotional language, and no requests related to reviews. Amazon buyer-seller messaging compliance. 4. Escalate to a person if any of these are true. Classification confidence under 0.7. Billing a refund dispute over $50. Message explicitly requests a person. Repeat message on the same thread 3 times. Or the language reads as angry or distressed. Output JSON with type, confidence, draft reply, escalate, and reason. If this is the kind of insight you want for your business, hit subscribe. We do this every week. That's the whole library. 5 patterns, your actual policy, your actual brand voice, 5 escalation triggers. The prompt does what 15 templates couldn't: classify, match, draft, and route in one structured pass. An industry case study this year tracks a B2B software team that ran a version of this and reduced their escalation rate from 23 to 14% over 8 months. The library didn't shrink, the work did. What lands on your screen isn't a finished reply that went out. It's a queue, 1 row per buyer-seller message. The pattern it was classified as, the confidence score, the drafted reply, the escalate flag, the reason. The clean drafts you approve and send with a click. The iffy ones you edit. The escalate flagged ones you handle yourself. You stay in the loop. Review and send. Never auto-send, which is what Amazon's buyer-seller messaging policy expects. It's that the eyes only stop on the things that actually need them. Once the prompt is dialed in, you stop pasting it. You save it as a Claude Code agent, a persistent system prompt file in .claude agents folder that Claude loads automatically at the start of every session. When you open Claude Code and say, "Run CS Triage," the agent pulls the day's buyer-seller messages through your Amazon MCP and runs the full classification, policy match, draft, and escalation pass. One command instead of 15 template folder decisions. This doesn't replace the person at the top of customer service. It replaces the part where the person, whether that's you, a VA, or a small support team, spent half the day deciding which template to grab and editing the same 3 sentences. The templates weren't bad. They were the wrong shape for the job. A folder, when what you needed was a function. One prompt with classification, policy, voice, and escalation rules is the right shape. The person stays. They review the edge cases instead of stamping the routine. So here's the question. Of every customer service template sitting in your folder right now, how many would you actually keep if one prompt with your policy and your voice could handle the rest? Drop it in the comments. See you in the next one.